Who says we're live? Well, how you do, Buckaroos? I do have two here from Springfield Brewing Company. I was actually at Springfield Brewing Company yesterday and picked these up. I had them both on tap, and they were great. Let me show you that color real quick here. That's nice. They're that deep golden. This is the Fresh Harvest Honey Lager beer brewed with honeys. Farmers Market of the Ozarks, done by Springfield Brewing Company. Farmers Market of the Ozarks is a premier Saturday morning tradition celebrating over 100 of the best farmers and makers in the Midwest. This particular beer was packaged on the 2nd of this month, so it's not very old. Trying to find some other. There it is. Springfield Brewing Company. 5% even. This one is. So let's start here. I'm going to show you that can. Let's launch you. I had some tunes on before I hit the play button. It was Rock Aria from ELO just finished up. There we go. Yeah. Rock Aria from ELO was finished up, and then Stumbling In, the duet with Chris Norman from Smokey and Susie Quattro. Song was kind of a hit, I suppose, for the time, but I don't know that it helped either career, to be honest. Because Susie Quattro at the time was known to be a rocker. Yeah, I mean, she had that kind of that old school rock vibe. That song really tamed her down, made her more mainstream, I'm sure. But I'm not sure where you go from there. And then Chris Norman from Smokey, the move probably made a little more sense, making him more mainstream. But I don't know that it helps his career much in the long run either. Although it did give both of them a minor hit. It's a nicely done version of the style. These beers are kind of a hit and miss. They're meant to be light, easy drinking summer beers, but I don't know that everybody really knows how to utilize honey correctly. So sometimes you get those overly sweet concoction, but this one works out well. Nice finish, no lingering sweetness. Yeah, actually, I'm not finding any discernible difference as I'm drinking this here than having it on tap yesterday. Sometimes you really can tell a big difference, but in this beer, no, not so much. Ah, got the words for Rock Aria running through my head at the moment. She's sweet on Wagner. I think she died for Beethoven. Of course, intermingled there with Stumbling In, which was the last song on before I turned it off to start the video. Our love is a flame, burn within. Anyways, I digress. I'll bring it back. And bring it back, Tom. So anyway, watch it. This is my day off. I did go in for just a little bit today to help can some beer, and that was a lot of fun. Do love my job. Took me a long time to find one, but I found a job that is just pure freaking joy to show up. It really is, man. I'm working for two of the nicest people I've ever worked for in my life. And great coworkers as well. I mean, we rarely share a shift, but we, see each other every so often, and just a great. I mean, just the whole place is just amazing. This would be a nice beer to use as a beer batter, as some fish I need to cook. But man, that'd be some good beer batter. That would be. Let me set that up to the side. Show you beer number 2 here. The XPA, Extra Pale Ale. So it's a small batch line, built on Simcoe and Nelson Sauvin hops, and an extra amount of pale malt, clean, crisp, with a pleasant burst of hot flavor. Again, at 5% even. I mean, wow. Pour the rest of that in there. Get a little head work in there. Look at that. I like these glasses, the style of glass for this type of beer. I've got a couple Springfield Brewing Company tulips, but for this style, I think these glasses are really optimal. Oh yeah, that's what I remember. I was feeling a lot of grapefruit yesterday when I had it on tap, but I am feeling the Simcoe more now. Excuse, excuse me. Excuse me. Oh mercy. Didn't work a tent later, and I figured I had to run by the store afterwards, pick up a couple things. I was gonna put something on a smoker today, but then I had to go to work for a little bit, so I decided not to do that. My wife is with medicine she's on kind of messing with her appetite a little bit, so I always kind of got to check, and she wasn't really feeling the barbecue thing, the smoked meat thing. Decided she'd rather have I had a pork roast, boneless pork roast. Decided to cook it more for use in carnitas. So I've got it braising now, seasoned properly. But it's gonna take a while to cook. So yeah, you want to cook that slow. It wasn't a big roast, so it won't take too long, but about at least a couple hours anyway. You know, of course, if you want to, you can pull the meat and give it a little bit in that pan to crisp up the edges if you so desire. I don't really think you need to. Maybe it's I don't know. For me, I don't think you need to, but there's nothing wrong with it if that's the way you like it. Oh. The hazards of drinking outside, I can feel the bugs getting me already, man. I feel them eating me alive, man. I really, really like this one. This really is a perfect summer beer. It is light, it's easy to drink, but again, it has a lot of flavor. There's a lot going on here. I'm getting a lot of grapefruit. I'm getting a hint of that Simcoe in there as well, but getting more grapefruit. Grapefruit pine notes you typically get from the Simcoe, combined with the Nelson Sauvin. Oh man, that's just a nice. I love the color on this one too. A little bit lighter, but still a nice golden. Got that pale straw color of your macro counterparts, if you will. I decided to make some black beans too. I've got some black beans cooking. So just a small batch that I'll cook quickly. Wife prefers, well, I do too actually, but black beans to pinto. Even if you're gonna, I don't always serve them refried. To be honest with you, sometimes I just leave them whole on the side. But yeah, I mean, even if you want to refry them, they still come out better than your typical pinto. Just more flavor. Stumbling in. Yeah, that stupid song on my mind now. Foolishly laying our hearts on the table, stumbling in. Anyways, I digress. Let it go, Tom, and don't give up your day job. Well, it's the first day job that I really, really love. More afternoons than day, but never, nevertheless, I am thankful not to have to get up at 5:30 in the morning anymore. I really am. Go in and do my job, and people are appreciative. Gosh, that's a new feeling. That's a new feeling. I'll tell you that right now. I didn't have that with my last job, at least the last part, the last leg of my last job, let's just say. It's really interesting. Anyways, I digress. Let me show you the XPA can. I never did change the prop. I had to change that prop when I changed beers, but I didn't go and put the XPA can up there. Again, 5%. Wow. And this is a nice, easy drinking beer. So there you go. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, beer evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom, man. All around good guys, slut you guys. Thanks for tuning in.